you've seen my previous video on what I thought was the best thing about having been medically retired from the U.S. military. And that, of course, was TRICARE for life. Because it was a medical retirement and not a regular retirement, my TRICARE payment does not go up over time. Normally, this thing will increase for most normal retirees every year, but for me, because of it's based on what the premiums were the year that you retired, so I am locked in at $50 a month each month, every year for the rest of my life. And that is not just for me, that covers my entire family and all my dependents. Great deal. But what is the worst thing about being medically retired? Well, obviously there is, not getting the retirement check, but more so than that, it's this right here, this letter that I get in the mail every month from the U.S. Department of Defense, Defense Finance and Accounting, Retired and Annuitant Pay in Springfield, Illinois. This is what I call my retirement bill, aka my SBP, Survivor Benefits Plan premiums, my payments for that. So basically, we're going to open this up and we're going to talk about how much my retirement bill is every month. People talk about the retirement check. I don't get a check. I get a bill. And right here, my retirement bill is $180.22. Okay? My retirement bill, $180.22. That's what it is this month. Next month, that's what it's going to be every month for this year. And next year, it's going to go up. When I was first retired, I think the bill was like $154 a month, and it's gone up every year since then to the point where this is what I pay every month in order to be retired. Now, this is optional, but what this does is basically it's an annuity, so that it's kind of a weird situation. So I don't actually get my retirement check. Technically, I get the equivalent of 10% of whatever 10% VA disability payment is. I get that much as retirement tax-free because I qualified for combat-related special compensation. That's a whole other can of worms. That's a video for the future. We'll talk about that later. But basically, I don't get a retirement check. But because I pay this money every month, if I die before my wife does, she will then get 55% of the retirement check that I don't get. She'll get that every month for the rest of her life. And, I am, approximately 10 years older than my wife. Chances are I'm going to check out before her. Maybe not, because I'm pretty youthful and healthy. My dad is pushing like 97, 98 years old, and you'd never know it from looking at him. So I'm hoping to make it to 100 myself, but we'll just see. Either way, if some horrible, unexpected thing does happen and I shuffle off this mortal coil before my wife does, she's going to be taken care of. She's going to get this money, again, 55% of what I would get for my retirement. She'll get that every month, and then she'll get disability indemnity compensation from the VA. In addition to that, because I am 100% rated with the VA, permanent and total, and all that fun stuff. So she'll get that, and then Social Security. She'll have her retirement, so she's going to be okay. And hopefully the kiddos will be moved on with their life by then, and if not, they'll get a little something out of this as well. So again, the worst thing about having been medically retired from the U.S. military, it's having to pay for these things manually. Like I said before in the other video about the TRICARE, yeah, it's $50 a month for life, but because I don't get a retirement check, I can't have it deducted from my retirement check. So I have to make these payments manually or do automatic bank draft or whatever. So there's that. But there's no option for that. Each month I have to manually go to a website and enter an invoice number, enter a special code and my zip code and my name, and I have to manually pay this every month. So, hey, if there's any legal eagles or congressional representatives or senators out there watching that, hey, why don't we address this legislatively? It'd be greatly appreciated. All right, thanks for watching.